If we can pick up the story, Carl, at the beginning of Brother Records, right? What was the motivation to actually start your own label?
It was freedom from limitations and restrictions. Working with Capitol Records, they're a very big company, and it was difficult to sort of get the ideas across and have them be receptive to what we wanted to do. And it goes back to the old thing with Pet Sounds, you know, being different than the things we'd done. And I think some of the people there didn't think it was commercial or something, so...
What the Pet Sounds are?
Yeah, so just that direction was... they just were resistant to it, so that sort of led to it. You know, a sort of dissatisfaction that, you know, brought the whole thing around. And it seemed like a fun idea.
Because Sunflower seems to me to be such a relaxed album. After all the pressures that you'd had at Capitol, was it an easier album to make?
Oh, it was a lot easier than trying to do Smile. It never came out because it was too difficult, so there was so much. It was just very difficult. So, Sunflower was really a snap. You know, I mean, as far as ease, we didn't do it quickly. You know, it just sort of had its own flow. But we recorded more things than we released on it, and just decided to release it when we had that particular collection of songs.
Because many people have said that some of the Smile things eventually surfaced on the Surf's Up album and too on the Sunflower album, I think.
See, Cool Water was for, Smile, and that ended up on Sunflower. So, yeah, so that stuff has come out, a good deal of it. Heroes and Villains hasn't all come out. That's quite long, you know, with all the other parts of it. See, we did things in sections. There were just might be a few bars of music, or a verse, or a particular groove, or vamp, or whatever you call it. And so they would all fit. You know, you could put them one in front of the other, or arrange it in any way you wanted. And we would... How do you do that? Well, just started doing sections, and then we'd make tape copies. Right, so... Heroes and Villains, for instance, the verse, the tracking goes, just the verse. And then to make other verses, you just made a copy of that and then sent it to us. It's a really strange way of doing it, you know. Because usually you just do the song, you know, the tune, and then that's it, you know, just straight. But it was sort of like making films, I think.
Now, I mean, the band's been together really for many years. Is it hard now, gathering everybody together and getting the motivation together?
Yeah, it's hard to get a rehearsal going. It really is. That's one thing that really takes some doing, but I know it's like the group has a subconscious life too, you know, and a lot of times things will work out and people, you know, we won't get together, like the various members won't get together to work out a new tune or whatever, you know, the thing is, and it wasn't happening anyway, you know, something wasn't happening right about it, so it just all works out. You know, for this weekend, we really just had one rehearsal. Well, there were 3 attempts, right, to get it going, and sort of, you know, did a little bit. Today was really the only time we got a chance to go over. I think maybe we went over 10, 11 songs, you know, out of 20 some, right? And it'll all get in shape, you know, tomorrow at the sound check and by the time of the gig, so.
How much do you see of one another, Carl?
Well, since Alan and Michael moved away, we don't really see each other as much as we used to. But it's nice when we get together. It's always good to see each other. And
how is it that the band's managed to stay together so long, Carl? Have any of you felt motivated to go off and do other things?
I think there are probably various times when all of us have thought, well, okay, I've had enough, you know, and we've had our share, you know, and all those things. But, well, we've known each other for a really long time. And so when you grow up together, you accept each other, you know, as you are. And so, you know, and having that understanding of each other, we just accept each other, you know. And there really is, there's a great deal of fellowship in the group, you know, and a very a cool way, you know. It's just as there, and it's just happening. Mm. And we've been through an awful lot, you know, together as people. And so, you know, that type of thing makes a bond in people. And so it's, you know, so I suppose that is part of the reason. The main reason is music, you know. That's why we're together, and, you know, and the family, and the whole thing works into it. But I don't think I'd want to do anything else now. And I don't think anybody else does this time.
All right.
But we're all growing up more, so we'll see what happens in the next couple of years. I think the group's going to stay tight for a couple of years, and then I think the chances of doing other things will be more, at least more manifest at that time.